said Quraysh. So the Prophet said, in terms of the way you're used to it, then the purest lineage is that of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. If you're bragging about lineage, who are you compared to Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam? He had the best and the purest lineage of all. So this is Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. The second thing he's known for is his beauty. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he went for Isra wal Mi'raj, he saw many of the prophets and messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When he came back, he started giving a description of each and every single one. He gave a description of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. When it came to Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, he said that when I saw him, it seemed to me as if half of the world's beauty was just given to him alone. Just think about it. Of the hundreds and thousands and billions of people that are on earth, okay? Since the time of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam till the last day, all of the people that would come into this world, if you were to take all of their beauty and somehow put it in one place and divide it into exactly two halves, half of that was given to Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. Or according to one narration, divided between Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam and his mother. Okay, so this was something special that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had blessed Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam with. And the third thing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had blessed him with the ability to interpret dreams. And inshallah we'll talk about this more in detail when we do the tafsir of the next ayah. إِذْ قَالَ يُوسُفُ لِأَبِيهِ. When Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam said to his father was Ya'qub. Okay, his other name was Israel. That was his nickname. Bani Israel are the children of Israel. Bani means children. So Bani Israel means the children of Israel. Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam had 12 sons. Okay, and they're the ones who started the 12 tribes of Israel. So Bani Israel means the children of Israel. Or we say in English the Israelites. Okay, or in the English vernacular we say the Jews. Okay, Bani Israel are the descendants of Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam. And in English the way you pronounce Yaqub is Jacob. But as I said, the proper pronunciation is actually Yaqub. إِذْ قَالَ يُوسُفَ لِأَبِيهِ يَا أَبَتِي. When Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam said to his father, Ya abati, oh my dear father. Okay, abati is a polite way of addressing one's father. إِنِّي رَأَيْتُ أَحَدَ عَشَرَ كَوْكَبًا. Verily I saw أَحَدَ عَشَرَ كَوْكَبًا. أَحَدَ عَشَرَ means 11. كَوْكَبًا, stars. وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ. I saw the sun and the moon. رَأَيْتُهُمْ لِي سَاجِدِينَ. I saw them prostrating before me. So Ra'aytu is mentioned twice. One is to show you that he saw all of these stars, and then the Ra'aytuhum to show that there was some movement. I saw 11 stars, the sun and the moon. I saw them prostrating before me. This was the dream of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, and this is what begins the story. Okay, with this dream of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. And Mufassirin say that he saw this dream when he was approximately around 7 years of age. Now this opens up another very interesting topic about dreams. What's the significance or importance of dreams? Or how important are dreams? Now, on one hand, you have some people, they don't give any importance whatsoever to dreams. There's no concept of dreams here, just imagination, you just dream of this, don't give it any importance. And then on the other hand, you have the other extreme, that everything for them is all about dreams. Okay? Everything in life is all about dreams. Everything they see, they have to make sure that they're reading some type of message in this. And they always have to come to the imam. And I'm saying this from experience, that you have to be able to interpret every single dream. And every single dream has to mean something. Okay? Their whole life is based on dreams. Okay? And we always have some people like this in our community, that you always have, dreams have that much importance. So we have to realize that not all dreams are prophetic. They're not all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're of different types, and we can inshallah go into that as well. But the other extreme is also wrong, who say that there is no significance of dreams. That actually has some importance and some significance. In fact, this whole surah is nothing but the fulfillment of one dream, the dream of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. And we see at the end that that dream is fulfilled. And throughout this surah, there's also many dreams there I see, and all of them are fulfilled. So in the beginning, Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, he sees a dream, and that is fulfilled. Then later on, the two inmates that are with Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, the prisoners, they also see dreams, and they're interpreted, and those dreams are fulfilled. Then you have the king, he sees a dream, and that dream is also interpreted, and later on that is also fulfilled. So we know that this has some significance to it. In fact, dreams of prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're known to be a form of wahi, a form of revelation. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala, she says that before the wahi started upon the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, for 6 months consecutively, what he received, the inspiration he got was through dreams. Okay, for 6 months straight. So, for example, he would see something in a dream, okay, and then the next day, whatever he saw in the dream, that would materialize, that would actually happen the next day. Well, it may not be something very significant. Perhaps he may have seen someone in the marketplace, or he saw someone doing something, or he had some business transaction, whatever the case may be. He saw some dream, and the next day, that exact same thing would happen. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she says that it would happen and it would materialize like the brightness of the sun. The exact same thing would happen, and it happened for 6 months consecutively. Another thing is that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, especially in the Medinan period, whenever he would perform the Fajr Salah, he would turn around, he would face the Sahaba, and then he would ask them if any one of them had seen a dream. And if any one of them had seen a dream, he would ask them to narrate the dream, and then he would interpret it, and they would see this as a sign of good news. So again, that also shows that it has some significance in our Sharia. In fact, Laylatul Qadr, the way it was discovered was through the dreams of some Sahaba, and also through the dream of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He had seen a dream, and then he saw that many of the Sahaba, they had seen some dreams. This is a hadith in Bukhari, that some of the Sahaba, they saw some dreams, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said that, I see that you have seen dreams, and all of your dreams have agreed. قَدْ تَوَاطَأَتْ, it has agreed. And so, whoever wants to seek Laylatul Qadr, in this particular hadith he said, that you should seek Laylatul Qadr in the last 7 days of Ramadan. In this particular hadith. Again, there's so many different hadiths regarding Laylatul Qadr, but in this particular hadith he said that, search for it in the last 7 days of Ramadan. And it was because of the dreams that the Sahaba related to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and that hadith is in Bukhari. There's also an ayah of the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and says, لَهُمُ الْبُشْرَى فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ. They will have glad tidings in this world and also in the hereafter. What are the glad tidings in this world? In the hadith it mentions that they are true dreams, righteous dreams that a person sees. Either he sees it or someone else sees him in that dream. Okay? In another hadith in Bukhari, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, لَمْ يَبْقَى مِنَ النُّبُوَّةِ إِلَّا الْمُبَشَّرَاتِ. Nothing remains of prophethood except mubasharat. Okay? Those things that gives you good news, glad tidings. So the Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, وَمَا الْمُبَشَّرَاتِ? What are the good news? And the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, الرُّؤْيَا الصَّالِحَةِ. Okay? Righteous dreams. That's the only thing that remains of prophethood. Okay? Prophethood, it consists of different things. We don't know what they are. One of them from this hadith we know is dreams, because they were a form of wahi. And another hadith it mentions that there are 46 parts of prophethood. Okay, we don't know what they are. Okay, the doors to all of them are closed. However, when it comes to this one thing, which is dreams, is still open. That doesn't mean that people can still become prophets, because in order to be a prophet, you have to make sure you fulfill all of those 46 things. What are the other 45 things? We don't know. Wallahu alam. Is it the seeing of Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam? Wallahu alam. The seeing of other angels? Wallahu alam. But there's 46 things that had to be done. One of them is dreams. That's the only thing that remains. Everything else is finished. So that is a hadith in Bukhari. In another hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إِذَا اقْتَرَبَ الزَّمَانِ لَمْ تَكَدْ رُؤْيَ الْمُؤْمِنِ تَكْذِبُ. That when the day of judgment draws near, the dream of a believer would hardly ever be false. Okay? When the day of judgment draws near, then the dreams of the believers would, most of the time, would be true. وَالرُّؤْيَا الْمُؤْمِنِ جُزْءٌ مِّن 46 جُزْءً مِّنَ النُّبُوَّةِ. And the Prophet ﷺ said that the dream of a believer is 1/46 of prophethood. Okay? A very specific and a very unique fraction. The dreams of the believers is 1/46 of prophethood. Why this precise and unique fraction? Well, scholars, they say, if you study the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, you would see that he received revelation for exactly 23 years. And before he started the revelation, before the revelation was given to him, for 6 months consecutively, he saw dreams. Wahi was given to him in the form of dreams. And if you do the ratio, 6 months is half a year. Okay? So if you do the fraction, 0.5 over 23. So the ratio will be 1/46. So true dreams, in comparison to the wahi, is 1/46. And this is what the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, وَرُؤْيَا الْمُؤْمِنِ جُزْءٌ مِّن 46 جُزْءً مِّنَ النُّبُوَّةِ. The dreams of the believer is 1/46 of prophethood. And another hadith, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, مَنْ رَآنِ فِي الْمَنَامِ فَسَيَرَانِ فِي الْيَقَظَةِ أَوْ كَأَنَّمَا رَآنِ فِي الْيَقَظَةِ لَا يَتَمَثَّلُ الشَّيْطَانُ بِي. The one who sees me in a dream, he would also see me in a state of wakefulness. Or it is as he has seen me in a state of wakefulness, for shaitan cannot take my form. So this hadith also tells us that dreams, it has a reality to it, okay? Because if you see the Prophet ﷺ in your dream, that means you have indeed seen the Rasul ﷺ, or it is a sign that you will also see him, inshallah, in the future, in al-akhirah, okay? That's a sign. And according to some the scholars, and Ibn Sirin rahimahullah was also of this opinion, it is only if you see the Prophet ﷺ in his form. Shaitan cannot take that form of Rasul ﷺ. Now, can he take the form of someone else and make you think that you have seen Rasul ﷺ? Some scholars say no, he doesn't have that ability either. And some scholars say no, he can do that. He can deceive a person and say that, make you think that you have seen the Prophet ﷺ where you have actually seen someone else. So shaitan cannot take the true form of Rasul ﷺ. Now can he take the form of someone else? Wallahu a'lam. Ibn Sirin rahimahullah was of the opinion that that could happen. And a person can be deceived and he could think that he had actually seen the Prophet ﷺ when in fact he has not seen. The reason I'm kind of mentioning this is because sometimes it's good to, mashallah, see the Prophet ﷺ, but don't just depend your whole religion on just, okay, if you see the Prophet ﷺ, that's it, now mashallah, you're guaranteed paradise. Because this is also an opinion of one scholar, a great scholar, Ibn Sirin, who was known to interpret dreams. Okay? So just because you see the Prophet ﷺ, that does not mean, it's a good sign, لَهُمُ الْبُشْرَى فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ, but it's not a guarantee that that's it, you're going to enter Jannah, especially if you're not one who's following the Sharia and you're not outwardly, following the deen, then it's actually, that's not a sign, and perhaps it could be that you have seen someone else. And also, a lot of times people, they exaggerate too much when it comes to dreams as well, okay? And they start saying, well, mashallah, he has seen this person, he has seen these many dreams, so this shows, mashallah, he's that much closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We also have to be very careful when it comes to dreams. You're not supposed to lie when it comes to narrating dreams. If you see a good dream, yes, you can say it. You can say it to your loved ones, those who are close to you. Don't say it to everyone, because if it's a good dream, people can become jealous of that dream. And inshallah, we're kind of going to that tangent, inshallah, next week. But don't exaggerate and don't make up dreams either. Rasulullah said, the worst dreams, okay, or the worst lies are that a person tells a false dream. Okay, and this is a hadith in Bukhari. Okay, so we should not make a habit of just telling people about dreams and just to let people know, mashallah, this is how righteous I am. Indirectly, this is basically what we're trying to apply. So when it comes to these kind of dreams, only say to those who are close to us, and that's it. Don't mention it to everyone. Inshallah, we'll finish the ayah today, and then we move on to the next ayah next week, inshallah. So Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, he says, "Inni ra'aytu ahada ashara kawkaba." I saw 11 stars. Okay. The 11 stars, what do they represent? The brothers of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. Okay? Stars, these are celestial bodies. These are things that you look up to. Okay? Even in the English language, a person who's really famous, a celebrity, we call him, okay, he's a star. One who's worthy to be looked at. So these are the brothers of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. They are like stars. And the parents are the sun and the moon. Now, who represents what? Generally speaking, when we read this, automatically we would assume that the sun represents the father and the moon represents the mother. And this is the opinion of many of the mufassirin. But again, there's really no hadith regarding, there's no explicit text. So you have the other opinion also of many mufassirin who say that no, it's possible that the sun represents the mother and the moon actually represents the father. Why is that the case? Because it is Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam who's seeing the dream, and he's seeing his parents. And who has more rights over the son? It's actually the mother. That famous hadith when the Sahabi came to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and he said, "Man haqqu bi husni sahabati." Of all the people, who should I be good towards? And the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Ummuk," it is your mother. Then he asked again, he said, "Then who?" "Thumma ummuk," then your mother. Then he asked for the third time, and he said, "Ummuk," your mother. And then when he asked for the fourth time, then he said, "Thumma abak," then your father. Okay, and there's again a long discussion about why Rasulullah mentioned this. It is said because the mother goes through 3 difficult periods, that the father obviously does not, bear those kind of hardships and difficulties. So for this, the rights of the mother are 3 times more than that of the father. So when it comes to the dream, it seems, according to some of the mufassirin, that the sun represents the mother and the moon represents the father. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ رَأَيْتُهُمْ لِي سَاجِدِينَ. He says, I saw all of them prostrating before me. And later on, this dream is actually fulfilled in this manner, that the parents and the brothers, they actually prostrate before Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. And again, this is another point that I wanted to very quickly explain, and inshallah we'll close with this. About prostration, okay? What type of prostration was this? There's 2 types of sajdas. One is known as the sajda of worship, and the other one is known as the sajda of respect. Okay? So in the previous shari'ahs, the sajda of respect was allowed. That out of respect, just like we can say salam to someone out of respect, and we're supposed to say salam. In those days, you can take that a step further and actually bow down and do sajda to the person. But this was out of respect, not out of worship. Okay? A proof of this is this story, and also Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. When he created Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, he ordered all of the angels to prostrate before him. وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا. All of them prostrated except Iblis. That was a prostration of respect, not of worship. The prostration of worship was never allowed in any sharia. Okay? Only the prostration of respect was allowed till the Prophet ﷺ. Then after Rasulullah ﷺ, in our sharia, even this is also prohibited. We're not allowed to prostrate, okay, before any other human being. And this is also prohibited. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because, for example, many of the people, when you read the New Testament, you see that, there are people that come to Isa alayhi salatu wasalam and they prostrated before him. And some people use this as a proof that, look, it shows that people prostrated before him and he accepted this. So that means he deserves to be worshipped. First of all, he never told anyone that, he never said to anyone, worship me, or he never ever said God. Okay, he never said that I'm God, so I should be worshipped. And what is interesting is that the same thing, if you read the Old Testament, when they'll come, they'll prostrate before other people as well, kings and other prophets and messengers as well. And this is mentioned in the Old Testament, and it's mentioned in the Quran too. So it is not only for Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, people prostrate before Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, people prostrate before other prophets and other kings in the Old Testament. And yes, there are instances where they came and they bowed down before Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. So that was not a prostration of worship, it was a prostration of respect. It was allowed then, it is not allowed in this sharia. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.